Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Accureye Talks video. And in today's Accureye Talks video, it might be a bit of a shorter video, but I thought today we'd talk about fighting styles and why it's important to know what kind of a style you're playing as. If you are a new player for any reason, or if you are just beginning your playing of fighting games, you're probably going to come up to a point where at first you're going to be using button mashing. And, again, many players who are just getting started will button mash a lot on, fighting games. And, the reason people button mash for the most part is because it's easy. I mean, let's face it, in the end of the day, it's fairly easy to just button mash and, and of course, make it to where you'll win against good players or bad players. I mean, let's face it. Sometimes even good players get a little derped on, because of course of what can I say? Because of course of the fighting games having bad players who are just like, getting into the game and button mashing just to try and win. So, I mean, of course, that's gonna happen. But, I mean, at the same time, you gotta try to figure out what is your playstyle, and hopefully I can kind of help you get an idea of what your playstyle is. Now, there are many different playstyles. I mean, there's an unorthodox playstyle, there's the rusher type playstyle, there's a lockdown playstyle, there's a defensive and poking playstyle, there's a playstyle that's all about 50-50s, there's a punishment playstyle. It all really depends on what you like to do. Obviously, for me, I like to rush down / lockdown you. Now, what is the rush / lockdown playstyle? Well, it basically means that I'm going to try to get as aggressive as I can on you. I'm going to try to keep it to where I'm just continuing aggression on you, continuing to get you into a corner, continuing to push you into a certain area of the game. And I try to make sure that I can push you into that area so I can just kind of lock you down into a flight or fight situation. And, you're going to try to fight out of it, and I'll just keep locking you down in that corner, or you're going to just let it happen. Now, of course, there's also the playstyle of, rushing down. Now, what about the punishment playstyle? What is this punishment playstyle I'm talking about? Well, the punishment playstyle, more or less, is me just going to punish you. I'm going to use all my powerhouse moves to punish you at the end of the day. And, I mean, perfect example of punishment playstyle is someone who's like Abigail. Abigail's a pretty good punisher. He will punish you no matter what. Alex, in the case of Street Fighter, will also punish you pretty well. Now, what about, when I run into a bad player? Like, what should I do? Well, I mean, it all depends. Personally, one thing I would recommend is countering. It's just countering your opponent. Give your opponent some room to make their stupid mistakes. Give them time to push buttons, and and just kind of keep things going. Keep things in a motion of, well, I'm going to keep countering you as long as you're going to let me do that. So, and I mean, that's one way of being able to basically, make them know that you're in control. You're the one in charge here. Of course, with punishment playstyles and punishers and people who are punishers, it's easy to just kind of block it out, defend, block it out, and then punish them for their action, But of course, if you're someone who's a rusher or lockdown, you just gotta find a way to lock down your opponent. Give them the corner and basically boop them as much as you can, Because obviously, most new players, especially in low tier, are not going to have a playstyle for say. They're pretty much going to be, if you will, just playing the game in a sense of, oh, I can do this. I'm going to be stupid. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to win. But, of course, as you may or may not know, or as you may or may not realize, that's not going to help you win. But, of course, you got to find the balance of how to counter and use your playstyle. Because, obviously, your playstyle does matter. And, there are many other playstyles. There's a grappler playstyle. And the grappler playstyle is more or less just you grappling. You just focusing on grabs. You just focusing on, being able to grab your opponent and go. Then there's, of course, the unorthodox playstyle, which I may not know a lot about the unorthodox playstyle, but I do know that there is the unorthodox playstyle, which is just like awkward. You're not going to see very many usual things that you'll see. There's also, of course, the the setups and punch, and there's also the setup and mix-up playstyle, which is all about mixing up how you play, and of course setting up your moves to where your opponent is confused as heck. So yeah. And then, of course, there are many other playstyles that I could go over. But, for the most part, many of the main playstyles you'll probably see are grapplers, punchers, 50-50s, rushers / lockdowns, and then defensive / pokes. And, I think those are for the most part, the main people you'll be working against. The main people you'll be looking at when it comes down to playing the game. So, yeah, And it's a matter of learning how to balance out what they're doing. And, of course, punish them for, that particular move. If you see someone who's going to command grab you, you got to find a way to keep them from trying that command grab. And, it's all about balancing out what they're doing so that you can go into the driver's seat. Because, after all, many new players, many of you who are probably watching this video are low-tier players, and you're either trying to improve or you're trying to, figure out how you can get to the higher rank, or because you may be like tournament player or whatever, or you may be going into tournaments or whatever. But yeah, with that being said, you gotta figure out, how do you like playing? Do you like grabbing? Are you the type of person that likes to punish other players? Are you the type that are going to, rush them down? Try to get them into a corner as fast as you can. Go all out aggressiveness. Are you kind of like going to be the wait and see and defensively poke or punish when it's all necessary? But, with that being said, there are many things that you gotta think about when it comes to your playstyle. And, obviously, at first, it may be like, well, button mashing worked for me so well, why can't I just button mash? And the reason you don't just button mash is because eventually you're going to run into a player that's going to go, oh, you're going to do this. Okay, I'm just going to counter. I'm going to anti-air you. Oh, you're going to grab. I'm going to neutral jump and backdash. Oh, you're going to try to throw Hadoukens at me. Okay, I'm on neutral jump, and then I'm going to maybe throw one of my own kunais or my own Hadoukens. Or I'm on neutral jump and close the distance on you, and try to close the distance on you. There are so many factors, especially as you get into higher tiers, that many players are not going to realize. And, if you're just button mashing, you yourself are going to get to a point where nothing is working out, and you're going to probably wonder, why the heck is nothing working out? What do I do? What is going on? Why is nothing working out for me? And the reason nothing works out for you is because you're just button mashing. You're just basically trying to rule the day by going, okay, I'm just going to put random buttons and inputs, and I'm going to hope for the best. So, and obviously that's where many new players fail. Many new players get out of fighting games because of the fact that they get frustrated, they get annoyed, and they keep seeing, like, situations where they're getting anti-aired or whatever, It's like, situation after situation, you're just getting anti-aired, you're just getting frustrated, it's just becoming a bit of a, like, really? Like, how the heck do I get past this person if they're just doing this? And most likely they're countering you because they know that you're going to be doing a silly new mistake. They're going to counter you because they know that you're going to be kind of like dumb. Like, for instance, someone like G here, who I've been watching Brian F play. It's kind of like, to me, he seems like a bit of a person who's not only like 50-50, but also very good at punishing you when it's necessary. So thus, in turn, it feels like, G can really just give you a run for your money if it's necessary and if it's at all going to happen, So, that's why it's like finding a good play style, finding the style that works for you is always going to be worthwhile. For instance, are you a balanced player? Do you like having all your options open? Do you like just having a balance between punishment, dancing evasively, finding distance and whatever? If that's the case, then you might want to look into someone like Ryu, or I believe Ken. And I mean, or if you're like, I want to do punishment, I want to be 50-50, I want to be punishing people all the time. Then if you're going to be punishing people all the time, and then you might want to look into someone like G, someone like Guile, someone like Charlie Nash, because they're all punishers. They can all punish pretty well. But I mean, with that being said, that's pretty much what you gotta learn to do is, figure out what works for you. And, once you find what works for you, your play style and stuff, it will become easier. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure for about 4 to 5 hours. But lately, I've also been live on Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes Sunday. Sometimes I'm on Sunday. Sometimes I'm on a Friday. Monday and Tuesday's videos are always going to be about 2 to 3 hours long. Or streams are going to be about 2 to 3 hours long. And Friday and Sunday, if I do stream, will also be about 2 hours to 3 hours long. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for stopping by. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.